Happy Motivation Monday. It's another Monday. Some of you are maybe not working today. Maybe the kids are home from school. Hope you guys are having a great day. It is still a work day for me. Therefore, I wanted to make sure that I continued my Motivation Monday as I promised you I would. This is going to be a really short and sweet one today. In all transparency, I just started the 75 Hard Challenge. So my schedule is, getting a bit tighter and I'm rearranging it. I'm getting into my new flow, just like I did the last time I did this. I remember the first week being really dicey and then it really getting a lot easier. And then by the end, it was just like a new normal. And that's just in a time frame of one day to day 75. And that's what I wanted the Motivation Monday to be about today, which is, you have to start somewhere and you're going to have to start somewhere, and it's going to feel a little strange or out of balance or discombobulated. I like to use that word when you start to try and put new things in your calendar. The number one thing that I hear people say to me as I coach and train them across the country is, can you give me some more hours in the day? And I always tell people, it's not that we need more hours in the day. It's that we actually need better priority management, number one. And number two, we need to realize we don't have to always do all the things that we think we need to do, or we don't need to do them for as long as we think we need to do them to make an impact or to have success. We're just thinking about it wrong. So we're spending too much time on the things that we need to work on, and we're spending time on things we don't even need to do anything with. In fact, sometimes if we would just be more focused and intentional in one thing, it would eliminate a bunch of things that we have on our calendar now that we just don't even need to worry about anymore. And when you put yourself into a position like going on a vacation or starting a 75 Hard Challenge, what happens is you become more urgent. You have more clear priorities. You become more efficient because you don't have a choice. You've committed to doing something, going on a vacation or doing the 75 hard or whatever it might be, that doesn't allow you to not be efficient anymore or during that time frame. It doesn't allow you to not have the right priorities in place. If you're going to do what you say you're going to do, which is leave for vacation tomorrow or start the 75 Hard Challenge, which means you got to get 2 45-minute workouts in. You've got to make sure you drink your water. So trust me, there's lots of bathroom breaks, right? You've got to plan for that. And so what it naturally does is it makes you remove things that aren't important from your calendar, things that you're like, why am I doing that anyway? It's probably not that important. Or it makes you become hyper focused and diligent and purposeful with the time that you actually have on the things that you do have to keep in your calendar because it is a priority. And today is a perfect example of that. Yesterday was Sunday. So starting the 75 Hard Challenge on a Sunday is not very difficult because there's not a lot of other things in the calendar, right? However, today is Monday and I had all the things in the calendar and I still needed to make sure that I'm getting all the things done. I need to read the book, already checked that off my list. I needed to do the first workout, already got that done. I actually multitasked a little bit. I got my walk in while I was on a couple of phone calls. I wouldn't normally think to do that or be that efficient with my time. Normally, because I just think, oh, I'll do the walk later. I'll make the calls later. Like I'm being forced to make these decisions because I have a commitment and now I have some priorities that have to come into play here. And so I noticed that when people go on vacation, the exact same thing happens. So my motivation for today is that you have enough time in the day. We all have the same amount of time. How come some of us get a whole lot more done than others? Because they know how to manage their priorities, most importantly, and be efficient with their time and be effective with their time based on their priorities. That's the only difference between you, myself, or anybody else. And so that's hopeful in my mind. It's good news to me because that just means that we all have the same opportunity to achieve anything that we want to. That time is not our limit. Time is on our side if we use it that way. And if we're purposeful with it and if we make it what we want it to be. And so you don't have that excuse anymore. That's the bad news, you guys, of this Motivation Monday, is that you don't have the excuse anymore that you don't have enough time, because you do. You're just not choosing your priorities correctly and you're not using your time wisely. So what can you do differently moving into the new year here? When it comes to your time, how can you create some more urgency? How can you create some more efficiency? How can you make sure that you have better priority management? That would be my motivation for today. Just pick one thing. Don't try to change everything in one day. If you make one optimization in your calendar or in your priority management at one time, that's going to lead you to better choices and better priority management and time management moving forward. It always does. It's always the first domino that knocks down the rest, right? So just start with one thing after hearing this today that makes you think that you can make a change for the better in this place. I promise you guys, we have all the time in the world to do what we need to do. Okay. We all have it. We just need to use it, and we need to be purposeful with it. So that's my Motivation Monday for today. I hope you guys take something away from it. I look forward to hearing comments from you guys in any of the platforms that you see this video. Please share what's working best for you so we can all learn from it. And if there's something that you want to talk about or hear about from me on Motivation Monday, you know where to reach me. I'd love to hear the suggestions. See you next Monday.